Oh, no, thank you. After, trying to give me a brownie. After we're done, I'll eat one.
The RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League is on the air. RobertsTechJobs.com, proud sponsor of the Indy Speedway League, is your attempt to hire and contract position leader in the IT field for IT professionals in the Midwest. So if you are in the Midwest in an IT professional or you're looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com. Let Bill know that the ISL sent you. This broadcast also being brought to you by Hanover Fist Racing, proudly sponsored by the Disabled American Veterans Association. Disabled American Veterans, an all-volunteer fleet of non-critical medical transport for our veterans, continuing the promise. For more information on the Disabled American Veterans and how you can help, go to dav.org. This broadcast also being brought to you by David Llewellyn, the DHL Express, Mr. Hoot Baker, Robert Lacavara and Convergent Composites, and Motorsports Graphic Design. For all your in-sim graphical needs, you got something going through your head, you want it on your race car, give Tyler Graff a call. Motorsports Graphic Designs. Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you tonight, joined by Mr. Gary Bauer. Chase Race Number 1, Season 2, IR05's Michigan International Speedway. Gary, how excited are you, sir?
Well, this is going to be very fun to watch. I think the guys in the chase with the C beside their name are going to they're going to be holding their steering wheel a little bit tighter than everybody else. The holes are going to look a little bit smaller than they will to everybody else, so it ought to be a very interesting race.
You mentioned a good point, Gary. When our fans see the ticker and when they see the standings come up, it will be of the you'll see the C's next to the names of all those who are chase contenders, and you'll see an AC if they're an alternate, which I'm not seeing any AC, so apparently that changed. So C's if they are in the chase. So right now we've got Tyler Graff, Joe Morganti, Jay Anderson, Johnny Antonucci, Bob Lacavara, Kevin Paskowitz, Quentin Young, Forrest Sparks, David Llewellyn, Isaiah Dupree, and Mike Whitaker. 12 guys set to do battle here. First round of the chase, 2 races. First race right here at Michigan. Win and you move on. At the end of the first 2 races of the chase, we're going to cut 4. So we're going to be down to 8, and it will be based on wins and points. So if you win, you move on automatically. If we don't have a chaser win one of the events, top 8 point gatherers during those 2 races move on to the next round, and we'll repeat that in round 2. And then we end up at the season finale at Indy. Indy's always going to be a wild card, always a fun race, always fun action. But right now, the battle's going to be here at Michigan. So the other thing you folks are going to notice tonight is all of our chase contenders are going to have yellow numbers on their card. Now, some guys might be a little difficult to tell what their number says tonight. For example, the world's fastest hippie, Mike Whitaker, normally has a brightly colored car, so his numbers don't quite stand out as well as some of the other drivers will. But we'll deal with it. So far, Dylan Moskowitz going quick time, 32.853. About a minute left in practice. Before we go any further, Gary, I do know that we both want to wish Miss Betty Lou a hello. She's watching in tonight as Gary joins me in the booth.
Yes, we do. Hi, Betty Lou.
So
she's waving at me through the window.
Oh, you're there. Okay. So
yeah,
that
we're
makes
at her
things
house.
That makes things a little even more interesting. But I'm looking at the leaderboard right now, Gary. You got Tyler Graff, who's in the chase, going second quick. Forrest Sparks cranking off a second quick. Joe Morganti in the top 5. Jay Anderson going sixth quick. Johnny Antonucci sitting in 8th. Bob Lacavara in 10th. So quite a few chasers in the top 10 right now in practice.
Yes, it's it's a little bit exaggerated here at the top speeds in practice because if a guy gets in the draft with two or three other cars, and the rest of the people don't, I think we'll have a better idea after qualifying who runs around here the smoothest. And the guy that I'm going to look at tonight, and if I was to put my money on one of them, I would call out David Llewellyn here for the win because he does very well at this track.
Well, I would call out David Llewellyn, but I would also call out your Booze Brothers teammate, Jay Anderson. Jay's I
Yes.
don't think Jay's finished outside the top 5 in any of the races we've had here in any series. So that's something to keep an eye on, too.
Well, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to sound too partial up here. So,
Well, I mean, he's not my teammate, so I'll say it. So a car starting to roll out right now. We're going to bring the standings up and let you folks watch live qualifying with us as the first few cars are starting to roll out on the track. But yeah, Gary, real excited for this chase to get going. Even more so though, would like to remind everybody this coming Thursday night is the season opener for season 2 of our Pro Mazda Icebreaker series. We're going to Phoenix for the season opener this time. So that's Phoenix is always a fun track with the Pro Mazda cars. That broadcast scheduled to go off at 8:50-ish p.m. Eastern time. That's Pro Mazdas at Phoenix. Forrest Sparks, first one to get a clean lap in.
I like qualifying at this track with a four lap qualifying. I run my first 3 laps right up on that wall, just barely off of the wall, and then head down onto the apron for my money lap and get that extra downhill speed built up to the start finish line, and then of course bring it up mid track in the straightaways and down to the line in the turns. And
well, we don't call you Gary Front Row Bauer for nothing. You have the best qualifying average of any person in the league across any series. I checked the other day. You're overall adding up all the series that are run with this league. Your qualifying average starting position is 1.23.
wow.
Yeah. So think about that one as we're watching times roll in now. Chasers leading the way so
KP?
far. Kevin Paskowitz, blistering one, 33.269. I believe that's quicker than the last time we were at Michigan. As Whitaker goes quick time.
I thought the 2 guys that we talked about, I'll be surprised if they're not on the front row, David and Jay, when it's all said and done.
I'm not sure about that because I've noticed Jay's been a little more reserved in his qualifying because of he's more methodical. I've noticed about how he's going to start these races. If you notice, well, you should notice because you've done it with him. A lot of times Jay will even pit start. So, but there you go. David Llewellyn goes to the top of the board. Wow. Remind me never to doubt you again. But I'm looking at these times right now, and less than 1/10 of a second separate the top 10.
Yeah, that's very close. Very close. You can tell the guys at the bottom there that wanted to start in the back went out and ran a 33.8 just to get a time in, but stay in the rear.
And your racing partner, Jay, still has not ripped off a lap at all. So I'm thinking he might want to be starting shotgun on the field as Joe Morganti goes second quick. Good grief. Some quick times here as we're going to get ready to have the drivers meeting and I believe league owner Alex Green is going to talk to the troops here in a couple seconds. So,
All right, while he's doing that real quick, I'm going to run into the men's room, and I'll be right back.
All right. So, qualifying getting ready to wrap up here. David Llewellyn going quick time so far, 33.218. Joe Morganti, 13 thousandths of a second back, tied with Kevin Paskowitz.
Here comes Jay. He's got his first lap in.
Well,
I wonder what took him so long.
He better hurry because he's only got 15 seconds back, or 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, he sent me a message and said he had somebody at his door, and that. But I thought they would be back by now.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to do it for qualifying.
All right, guys. First race of the chase. Congratulations to you guys who made it. It's an exciting time. I don't really have a lot to say. Just thank you guys for an awesome season. Let's make the chase as good as the season was. I'd like to thank particularly McDonald's for allowing Cody to hook his wheel up at the desk as long as he ordered a Big Mac and some sweet tea. Hope that goes good with your McDonald's racing there, Cody. Other than that, thank Gary for race control, and Tony, thank you for everything you've done up in the booth all season. I think things are about to get interesting here. For those of you who do not know the chase, I will go over how we're doing this one last time. Hang on, because there's a post actually written up on it that didn't get posted, so I'll kind of read that verbatim.
Real quick, while Alex is looking for that post, we are going to ask that everybody calls their green flag pit stops prior to the back straightaway on the lap you plan to pit. You can call it early. Just please make sure that you do call it under green flag so that everybody around you knows that you are pitting. Please be on the apron prior to going into turn 3 if you are pitting. Please stay off of the apron unless you are pitting or trying to avoid a wreck. That will result in a black flag for anyone caught doing so. Also, please merge on the back straightaway. Do not try to come up early. Anyone caught doing so, again, unfortunately, we're going to have to penalize you. Please give anybody if you see yellow numbers next to you, give them a little bit of extra room. Those are the guys that are running for the money right now. Nobody wants to be that guy that ruins somebody's chase. So just be mindful of that. Michigan's always given us our best racing. Again, just please try to stay off the apron unless you're trying to avoid a wreck or coming into or out of the pits. Other than that, everybody have a good race.
Okay, the 27 chase rules are as follows. The points for finishing and penalty points are going to be scored as usual. That means you still got to claim your wrecks no matter what. There's still going to be an assessment before we do elimination. If you win in the chase, you're guaranteed advancement to the next round, but that does not count for future rounds. Everybody's in the chase now has had their points set to 1,000. This is just for scorekeeping purposes. It doesn't equal your regular season. Regular season's done. We've already crowned a regular season quote-unquote champion. Tied for advancement, if we happen to have one in points, will be broken by wins, top 5, and then the finishing order by the final race. Just everybody, please keep in mind that penalties for causing incidents are still being enforced. Drivers not in contention are asked to give additional respect to drivers that are and try not to interfere in battles between contenders. Depending on the circumstances, the competition committee has the authority to issue stronger penalties to those not in the chase who wreck chase contenders. Anybody in the chase have any questions about that before we go green?
Tony, your grid's still on the screen.
All right. Good luck. Good luck, guys. Be smart, be safe. Let's have a fun 100 laps here.
All right, so the pre-race drivers meeting coming to an end. Alex Green giving the troops their final marching orders. Again, you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, proud sponsor of the Indy Speedway League, is your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest or you're looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and let Bill know that the ISL sent you. So, standings are up on the screen, like Gary mentioned. Starting on the pole, Mr. David Llewellyn is going to be joined with Mr. Joe Morganti, two chase contenders. Kevin Paskowicz and Mike Whitaker are going to make up row number 2, again, two chase contenders. Ronnie Osmer, one of our rookies, joined with Mark Vega, another one of our... I hesitate to call Mark a rookie, but this is actually his first season in competition. So that's going to be row number 3. Row 4, Tyler Graff and Mark Mitchell.
Well, I think it's going to be a pretty clean race tonight.
I know I'm probably going to jinx the entire field by saying this, but Michigan has always given us some of our better races. And as you can see on the screen right now, you got chase contenders blocking out the top 4 spots. So we left off row number 4 with Tyler Graff and Mark Mitchell. Then we go to Johnny Antonucci and Forrest Sparks in row 5. Again, a couple chase contenders. Isaiah Dupree and Bob Lacavara in row 6. Another couple of chase contenders. Jay Anderson, Quentin Young going to make up row number 7. Again, a couple more chase contenders. Then we have Dylan Moskowitz, Jake Gordon, Cody Eldred, and Alex Green not taking time. And Sam Cooper Bennett. How could I forget Sam? Sorry, Sam. Didn't see you back there. Looks like Alex is going to be starting shotgun on the field. So
here we go. We better buckle him up.
100 laps, the scheduled distance for this one. Still waiting on a couple guys to grid up here. You see David Llewellyn and Joe Morganti there. Good qualifying effort for Joe. He's really stepped his game up since he made the chase.
Everybody, remember to visit your nearest McDonald's store. We have one of our drivers at a McDonald's racing tonight, so a big shout out to McDonald's for letting him do that.
Defending series champion Cody Eldred. The other half drug him on vacation, so Cody kind of had to go. As I'm going to turn the standings off and watch everybody go here. As we see our front row there starting to form up. And there's row number 2. Kevin's going to have a little bit of help towards the front there, as I saw a Team PH awareness car starting outside, and it looks like the Power to the People pink of Mr. Mark Vega.
Has Forrest always been number 61?
No, he changed it recently. He was 16.
Oh, okay. I thought so.
He is running a tribute car, and I know he's going to hate me for messing this one up. I believe his father used to crew on the real-life version of that car, he told me.
Oh, that's right.
So, field's starting to roll. David Llewellyn's going to have the field in his hands as they come down the back straightaway once the pace car makes its move. 100 laps of scheduled distance here. Tony Trapasso, Gary... excuse me. Tonight's Heartburn brought to you by Wegman Subs. Gary Bauer up in the booth with me. Gary doing the race control thing. I'm doing the broadcast thing. He's helping me out on that. I'll try to help him out on his end. As Dylan Moskowitz starting to blink already. So...
All right, I'll keep an eye on that. He's in the back already, isn't he?
No, he's not. And I wasn't live, but field got a pretty decent start. Green. Dylan's currently... no, that wasn't Dylan Moskowitz. Who was that? That was Mark Mitchell in the 42, the yellow Penske car. Yellow and white.
Okay, I didn't notice a blink, but I'll watch close for it.
So Llewellyn jumping out to a lead. Paskowitz going with him. Joe Morganti was a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Starting on the outside of the front row, as you can attest to, Gary, being as you've started on the front row at, I think, all but one race. It is one of the most difficult positions to restart in all of iRacing.
The outside row in second?
Outside front row.
Yes. Yes, it is. Because you get steamrolled on the bottom if your your toe isn't lightning quick. When he goes, you got to go.
Oh, yeah. Field's starting to get strung out a little bit, which is good to see. A little side-by-side action going on as Tyler Graff looks to the inside of Joe Morganti. Morganti desperately trying to get back in line, jumps in behind Mark Vega, who's trailing Mike Whitaker, trying to get that high line going. And setup guru Terry Adams said that he kind of uncorked this setup a little bit. So it's very similar to what we've been running here. It's just trimmed out a little bit more to really make the drivers have to drive for it, which is going to be fun to see.
Well, that's good. I like this track, especially being up front, because you can kind of keep those left tires about 2 feet off of that line, and it seems to save your tires a little bit of everybody that's getting right down on that line.
Right, but the thing to watch out for, and some guys mentioned this during the hot lap session, was once the fuel starts to burn off. Now, mind you, we're only starting with what is generally referred to as a half a boat of fuel, 11 gallons. Once you get down about half a tank of what's left, so 5.5-ish gallons left in the tank, if you're trying to hug that low line, it is going to get a little bit sketchy.
Loose or tight?
Loose. Little butt wiggle time going on there as David Llewellyn continues to show the way. Paskowitz sitting in second, Whitaker in third. So Chasers 1, 2, and 3 currently. As Ronnie Osmer jumps in behind Kevin Paskowitz for the number 3 slot.
It's like everybody's settling in and being pretty patient right now.
It is, as we're only 6 laps in. We're on lap 6 right now, I should say, of a 100-lap race. So yeah, everybody's showing patience, which is good to see, especially this part of the season. Cody Eldred already making some headway as he's into the top. Where the hell is he? I just saw him. I lost Cody. Apparently that's not Cody I'm seeing. I do apologize.
But it's like Jay Anderson's moving forward. He's gone from 14th to 9th.
I apologize. That was your teammate that I was seeing. In the that's a different paint scheme for Jay tonight, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Anything he's running snap-on colors. And interesting number combination. I like that, Jay. Just so you know, if you're looking to go into the future and watching the replay, I like that scheme. It's good looking car. Alex Green trying to make some headway coming up through the middle as he takes it 3 wide. A little early for that, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Pretty dangerous.
A little bit, only mildly. The fact that the Orange 30 is, it's had its issues in the past.
So what is this, Tony? About 18, 19 laps on fuel run?
We've got cars getting shuffled all the way.
Apron.
That was Tyler Graff getting shoved down there as he lifts off and just lets cars go as he tries to get it collected back up. It was a 4-wide situation. Tyler got pushed down there, so giving up spots to avoid the penalty. Good on you, Tyler. Good heads-up driving.
Yes.
To answer your question, Gary, according to what they were saying in practice, you can expect to see somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 22 laps, depending on if you're in traffic or not. David Llewellyn, having led this thing so far from the rip, probably only going to be able to get away with about 20 laps before he's going to have to take it pit side. Kevin Paskowitz running around in his wake can probably save a little bit of fuel, so Kevin's probably going to be able to get at least another lap, if not two, out of a boat of fuel.
I think this is going to come down to the end and the pit strategy. Guys are racing very clean and using a lot of, being very cautious. I'm sure all these chase guys don't want to take, run their chances in the chase in the first race. And everybody else is going to make sure that they don't want to take out a chase driver. So I wouldn't surprise me to see us go clean all the way.
Well, should it happen for that, I'm going to have to change my pick for the podium. It's going to be real hard to bet against the world's fastest hippie, Mike Whitaker, as Whitaker has shown in just about every fuel mileage race that we've had so far in this league. It's real hard to bet against him when that happens.
It's kind of leading the way up there, though, on that outside line for this first run. That can change.
This is true, but if you take a look at the standings right now, you do have chase contenders 1, 2, 3, and 4. Forrest Sparks holding on the number 3 spot. Whitaker on that high line, trying to get some rubber laid down there early to try to get it to work later in the run. So that's going to be an interesting set of events to watch develop. As Jake Gordon making a power move to get behind Whitaker. Good to see Gordon not blinking anymore. Apparently he's got his internet fixed, at least temporarily.
Well, I tell you, that sucks when you're out there running and being competitive and your darn car starts blinking. Not a thing you can do about it.
Well, we found out during the off week why it was happening, and that was because Jake apparently was running on Wi-Fi and not hardwired. Yeah.
Yeah.
As Quentin Young making a move to get up towards the front now. Quentin unable to make it for the regular season finale at Dover. Trying to make waves now as we've got chasers in the top 5. So, something to see there. David Llewellyn. Go ahead.
Who's that car in? I think he's in 5th now on the bottom. Not familiar with that paint.
The red, white, and blue car?
Let me go back to him. Anyway, he just about made contact there. He went.
Well, current running orders: David Llewellyn, Mike Whitaker, Kevin Paskowitz, Jake Gordon, Forrest Sparks, Quentin Young, Ronnie Osmer, Alex Green, Johnny Antonucci, and Jay Anderson, your top 10.
That was Johnny. See, he's wiggling pretty good back and forth, and he goes below the apron a little bit, and then he shoots up the track. I thought he was going to make contact.
He catches that transmission bump because of where he's running. He's running so dang low, coming off of 4, that there's a transition bump there near where the pit in line is. I'm not sure if you remember it from the last time we were here, but it was one of those deals where it can kick the car one way or the other. But because he's there goes the first one.
There we go. I got to go back.
I saw Forrest Sparks involved in that one, and I'll be dipped if I can find any of the cars right now. Mark Mitchell getting a piece of it. Paskowitz getting a piece of it. Let's back this up and see if we could tell what took place. So you see them all going there in the line. Paskowitz sitting 2nd. Jake Gordon sitting in 3rd right now. There's Whitaker on the high side. Paskowitz catches the apron, gets it a little sideways, and Gordon has nowhere to go. And that took out a lot of chase contenders. Good grief. Tyler Graff involved in that. Mike Whitaker having to tow. Forrest Sparks having to tow. No, I take that back. Whitaker's able to limp it back to the pits. A lot of damage on a lot of good cars.
Yep. Boy, I have to give that to KP.
I would have to concur because it was KP who caught the apron.
Yeah, he just got down on the apron and checked everybody up, and they, like you said, there's nowhere to go,
Yeah,
nose to tail that fast.
Yeah, Gordon was right on him, and just, that was pretty much all she wrote there. Let's back that up and watch that again. And you see KP catch the apron right there. The car gets a little twitchy. He checks up, and just everybody behind him nowhere to go. And the one you got to feel for in that whole melee, Mike Whitaker, who was able to actually get it back on his wheels. But let's go on board with Whitaker on this one. See Whitaker on the high side there. Little dirt on his windscreen. Or visor, I should say.
Oh, that was, shoot, he was 3 feet away from me. He hit the bounding box.
Who,
He
Gordon?
just came up. Yeah, when he hit KP, it shot him up the track. And if you watch that replay on my screen anyway, he was about 3.5, 4 feet off of Mike. But when he shot up, it just shot Mike into the wall.
Well, that was one of those probably was going to happen anyways kind of deals. But let's go to a chase on Whitaker and see what did take place. Here we go watching.
Yeah, I'm here, guys. Yes, I am.
Here we are watching
on KP.
the chase.
We're watching the replay here. Yes. Can you hear me, Alex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me, Alex? I might have. Crap.
Alex, are you able to hear Gary?
I can't hear a word he's saying if he's transmitting.
Okay. What he was saying was that was going to be on the 7. 7 caught the apron racing incident.
Is he able to give commands? Is he able to hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now, Alex.
Hey! There's the man of the hour.
Yes, that was on KP, and then there was definitely a glitch there between her.
Jake Gordon.
What the hell do you call it?
Jake Gordon and Mike Whitaker, the bounding box.
No. Jake Gordon and Mike Whitaker with the bounding box. When Jake hit the back of Kevin, his car went up, and Mike's car, they were 4 feet apart, and Mike's car just went flying into the wall.
All right. So that's all taken care of. First round of pit stops underway. And it looks like Tyler Graff going to win the race off pit road. Graff, Llewellyn, Osmer, Paskowicz. Are you giving an EOL to the 7 or no?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, I'm trying to find it. What the hell does it say?
Move to end.
Huh?
Move to end.
Okay. There we go. I was looking for EOL.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't just call it what it is. So Kevin Paskowicz going to be moving to the tail end of the field. Mike Whitaker, I believe, was able to stay on the lead lap on that one. So good on you, Mike, for able to limp that one around. Looks like everybody was able to stay on the lead lap. So that's pretty decent to see. I'm not seeing anybody a lap down, so good on you guys. Tyler Graff winning the race off pit road. So Tyler in the race to end brain cancer livery on that car. Good on you, Tyler. A very noble cause. As I believe we are 1 to go. And Alex Green up into 4th. Good to see Alex running up there. Now,
Cody.
Go ahead.
Cody said he wants an EOL every caution. Can we do that under the rules?
Cody's not here, dude.
Oh.
Cody's not even on the track. I got him listed as 18 laps down.
He said, give me an EOL every caution. He sent me a message. All right, thanks.
And we are back to green as Graf pulls the trigger and brings Osmer with him. David Llewellyn completely asleep at the switch. Here comes Quentin Young to the inside. Young, a man on a mission right now, trying to get some redemption after missing the Triple Crown Challenge race. And Graf and Osmer have just checked out.
Yes, they're gone.
Half a second up the road as Young is having to deal with Alex Green all over his transmission tunnel. As they're now starting to catch the two front-running cars. Graf leading Osmer.
If that backpack stays in line, they should be able to catch him about 2 or 3 laps.
Well, they're catching him in the front stretch, but losing him on the back stretch. So, as Alex Green actually backs off of Quentin Young. And they reel him in a little bit, and now they're starting to pull back away. And this battle is really shaping up between Isaiah Dupree and David Llewellyn for 5th. Llewellyn on the high side, not where he normally will run the car. Trying to make it work on the high side, actually getting hung out to dry as he slips in between Joe Morganti and Isaiah Dupree. Just barely enough room, cuts off Morganti's nose to try to get back in line and not get freight trained anymore. All the way back to 6th after starting on the outside of the front row. Back up in front, though, Tyler Graf continuing to show the way. Does have Ronnie Osmer all over his transmission tunnel. Osmer, one of the new faces to the league, getting the call up from the Pro Mazda Series on Thursday nights. And if you are an iRacer and looking to try to run with us, we do invite you to come out to our Pro Mazda Icebreaker Series on Thursday nights. Fixed setup, just like the big cars. Lot smaller tracks, though. A lot more wheel-to-wheel excitement, if you will. And you can be like Ronnie Osmer and Jose Olivas and Martin Miller, who have already gotten the call up to the big cars. We're using it as an evaluation just to make sure that, because let's face it, a lot of open-wheel guys don't have a lot of oval experience. So we slow the cars down a little bit as Morganti bounces it off the apron. So Thursday nights, the session starts at 8:30, qualifying starts at 9, and broadcast normally starts about 8:50 Eastern Time. Again, that's the Indy Speedway League Pro Mazda Icebreaker Series Thursday nights. Tyler Graf continuing to show the way. Quentin Young right on Ronnie Osmer's transmission tunnel right now as the top 3 are starting to put a little bit of a gap between themselves and Alex Green, who currently sits in 4th. Graf
riding awful close.
Oh yeah, this is and Osmer's giving him a hole going into the turn. So this has the makings of something that could end very poorly very quickly, especially with as hard charging as Quentin Young is going to be after having to give up the Triple Crown Challenge a couple weeks back.
Yeah, I imagine he wants this win very much.
Absolutely. As he goes to the high side of Osmer, Osmer staying right with Graf, though. Not moving. Looks to the inside. Graf almost pinched him down. Graf was leaving a hole coming off the turn. Osmer saw it, tried to take it. Graf through the block, and that was probably one of the more blatant blocks that I've seen. As Osmer's down on the apron, giving up spots now, realizing what's going on. Not sure if there was contact between him and Graf on the backstretch or not, but good grief.
But he backed out of it there when he went down on the apron and didn't try to advance his position. So.
Oh yeah, no, he did. I'm just trying to figure out if he's got damage because I guess he doesn't because he's back up on pace. But I mean, that was probably one of the more blatant blocks that I've seen of anybody in this league when Osmer went to the inside and Graf just almost doored him. Alex,
Joe's hanging pretty tight up there all by himself. Well, somebody moved up there with him on the high line.
that's Quentin up there on the outside. Joe Morganti sits in on the inside, third car on the inside, right behind Alex Green, who is wiggling worse than a crackhead trying to find a fix. Good grief. if and there we go. If that doesn't bring out a caution, I was going to be greatly surprised. Jake Gordon crabbing on that one. Let's see what took place there. As we see Forrest Sparks on the inside. What the hell happened there? I have absolutely no idea what just happened to Forrest. So let's go to a chase cam. There we see Forrest on the inside. And we're going to watch that in half speed, just so we can try to figure out what took place. Did you see Gordon on the high side and Sparks on the inside in the Extra Life car, which is gamers raising money for childhood cancer research. So good on you, Forrest, for that. You can see Johnny Antonucci just ahead holding his line. Watch the track surface. Forrest holding that low line. I almost got to put that on Jake, as we're going to watch that again. They are going into 3. Forrest seems to stay below that seam, and Jake.
That was Johnny, wasn't it?
No, Johnny's in front of those two.
Looked like Johnny went out and then came down and chopped Forrest's nose off.
No. If you watch it in about half speed, which we're going to watch that again, we're watching a chase cam right now on the screen of Jake Gordon on the high side. You see Forrest just below the seam that designates the low line, and it was one of those. Forrest came up a little bit and Jake came down a lot.
What am I?
Try a chase view,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Follow Jake Gordon and watch the seams. So that's the way I see it anyways, but again, you are race control, sir, so whatever call you make is whatever call you make.
Oh, wow.
You see what I mean?
God. Yeah, that's pretty...
I mean, that's like I saw it that Jake came down. Forrest held his line because he still was below that seam. At least that's the way I saw it. As Johnny Antonucci stays out, getting that bonus point towards the chase, leading the lap. Tyler Graf has led a lap. David Llewellyn has led a lap, so 1 bonus point apiece for those guys so far. As Tyler Graf yet again winning the race off pit road.
Yep, that's on the 41. He didn't give him room to allow him room for the curve and the track there.
All right. So race control calling it on the 41. He'll be letting the troops in the game know. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is Jake back out on the track? No. Yes, he is.
41.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that caution was brought out by the
41. And Gary, if you want to hit F10 and change your transmission black box to race control, that way you override everybody when you go to talking game.
to race control. Okay.
Yeah, broadcast on race control. That way you override.
Transmit.
Yes, transmit on race control. That way you override everybody.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, why did it? Now, do I have them both in race control, and that way I can hear everybody?
no. You need one. You need to receive on all and transmit on race control, sir.
Okay. All right. That caution was brought out by the 41. He didn't give. What the hell's his name? Forrest.
Forrest.
He didn't give Forrest enough room for the curvature in the track there. Try oval.
All right.
Okay. How do I get this black box off, Tony?
Hit F10 again.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
No problem, sir. All right, so Tyler Graff winning the race off pit road. It looks like, who the hell just dove down pit road at speed? Mark Mitchell taking it down pit road at the last second. Trying to play the fuel mileage game. Tyler Graff and Quentin Young up on the front row. Ronnie Osmer, Alex Green, row 2. Joe Morganti, David Llewellyn, Isaiah Dupree, Jay Anderson, Kevin Pasquich, and Mark Vega rounding out your top 10. We are
Thank you.
35 laps into this event. Gary Bauer, Tony Trapasso up in the booth. Miss Betty Lou helping out as well. Was that a Jack and Coke, Gary, or was it rum and Coke?
Mine is
Yes, sir.
It's Scotch and water.
Scotch
in the
and
rock
water.
section.
There we go. Thank you, Miss Betty Lou. So Tyler Graff going to lead him back to green in the drive to end brain cancer. Number 77. Again, good on you, Tyler. A lot of bear with me, folks. It's been one of those days. A lot of paint schemes to as the dogs go 8.
Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Pace car getting ready to duck on in here. A lot of charitable cars in the field tonight, and a lot of them driven by chasers. As Tyler Graff gets a wicked jump, Alex Green teammate going with him, not quite able to snooker Quentin Young the way he wanted to. Quentin's going to be able to duck back in. And if I were Alex, I'd be worried about that 91 behind me, because Quentin can figure out how to get by him quicker than Alex can figure out how to keep him behind him.
Well, Tyler got out to a great start there.
He did, and he has his teammate blocking for him with the 30 of Alex Green. Those guys teamed up now for the rest of the season as Quentin Young does it the hard way, going on the high side. Got Ronnie Osmer in tow. Going to be hard to keep that 91 back there.
Ooh, Alex better stay off that apron.
And better stay off the apron. And he's twitching again, worse than a crackhead looking for a fix. As Quentin gets the clear, Alex tries to get back on him on the inside. I see this ending poorly, and not in the non-too-distant future, especially if they keep running this close, this hard, this early. But for what it's worth, Alex Green having an awesome run. His season has definitely turned around, and I would probably have to say that all the dirt racing that he's been doing has helped his driving immensely.
Yes, I agree with that. You get in those dirt cars, and then you come out here. This is like a Sunday drive at 220 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. Because some of those dirt cars are just so ornery. Especially, I don't know if you've driven the non-wing dirt cars yet, Gary.
No.
Oh my Lanta! If you owe it to yourself to purchase the non-wing sprint car, and I would suggest starting with the 360. Of the two, it's the less suicidal.
I'll do that as soon as we get back home.
There you go. So right now, Tyler Graff, Quentin Young, side by side, 3/1000ths of a second that time across the line. As they pull completely side by side going into one, Quentin's got to give up a little bit of ground as he's taking the long way around the track. No help on the high side.
David Llewellyn's just coming out there to help him. I think they should get up there to.
Well, with what Alex Green is doing, Quentin is in the wrong place right now because Alex Green is having trouble staying off that apron in the middle of the turns. And
Actually, trying to. Ooh. He's struggling in the turn.
That's exactly what I was getting at. Alex keeps popping that apron, and the car pops up, and Ronnie Osmer's now seeing it and trying to get clear of him as Joe Morganti jumps out right onto Alex's transmission tunnel. I'm white-knuckled, Gary, and we're not even halfway.
I feel that way just for Alex's sake. I mean, I can't imagine. It looks like he's pretty nervous right now himself.
I think he is because he knows he has 2 chase contenders in front of him. He's got 3 chase contenders behind him. So he's in a situation where he's still looking for his first win in his own league. And I know he would like that more than anything, but he's also trying to be mindful because I know how Alex thinks. He's trying to be mindful of, I can't wreck these guys. And he's nervous as all get out. And because he's nervous, he's making mistakes.
Right.
But he's not making big mistakes. It's just, ooh.
That was close.
I think some poo came out. And if you get that reference, we can be friends.
I do.
Tyler Graff continues to show the way. And Quentin Young able to secure second that lap. Just side-by-side action. This is what this league is all about. Side-by-side action, racing hard, racing clean. You know, there's just a couple white-knuckle moments, as there is with any form of motorsport, but this is what the Indy cars in real life should strive to be. You know, this competitive, just running door to door like this and not killing each other.
Right. Right, and I'm really proud of Alex. He's up there running hard, and I can see he's a little nervous. I just sent him a private message. I said, just take a breath, relax, and be smooth.
That's about all you can do. As Joe Morganti flirting with the apron as well, sitting in 4th place right now, make that 5th.
And it's so hard because with a little bit of push that you get in the turns here, and you're right on somebody's tail, if they go down to that line and you follow them, all of a sudden you're across that apron. Just a hair, but that's all it takes.
As long as you don't advance your spot, I'm okay with it.
Right.
And here's one thing to look at, Gary. We are currently 13 laps into this current stint. These cars are starting to get twitchy. Especially the guys on the inside line are starting to chase the cars because they've burned off most of the fuel. We're less than 7 laps away from green flag stops. As Quentin Young gets another run on the high side, trying to side draft Tyler Graff. Tyler's going to take the short way around. And Quentin giving him plenty of room. I got to respect that. You know, as amped up and as jacked up as Quentin could have been coming into this event, is Joe Morganti below the apron down the back straightaway. Not sure what's going on there.
Mark Vega and Joe both called out a pit stop.
Okay, that would be why. I don't have the in-game chatter turned on, only because this is a PG channel and we don't need a lot of those words coming across.
I think you got a little scared of Alex there. Did you see what he put on the screen? I can't say it, but
Who said it?
Joe said, F it, I'm pitting, when he was
Okay.
behind Alex there.
Fair enough. And I would have to agree with Mr. Morganti's sentiment on that one. As we have a new leader, Quentin Young, finally able to get the clear. So if he can lead it back to the stripe, which looks like he's going to do, holding that low line now. And Quentin Young gets the bonus point for leading the lap. As Morganti coming out of the pits. Let's see who's going to be the next ones to take it down pit side. Now, another one who's usually pretty good at these fuel mileage races is Mark Vega. So if this does stay green, Vega's another one that, you're going to be looking for to be on the podium.
Well, yeah, and Vega pitted there with Joe, so.
And they're going to be able to draft together and work together. And
Right.
ooh,
Somebody got knocked down.
That was Ronnie Osmer and your teammate there getting into it. Jay got doored there, as we would call it at the Tin Tops. Or side potted, if as the case were here in the Indy cars. Young continuing to show the way. Llewellyn trying to make his way around the high side. Got Alex Green all over the track in front of him, so scaring the hell out of David, scaring the hell out of Ronnie. I believe Ronnie was trying to take evasive action when Jay tried to take him on the low side. Mike Whitaker working his way back up to 7th place, so good to see that after having that early issues.
Sorry, phone's ringing here, and I can't hear, so I yelled at him to please turn it down. But I understand there's some problem coming off of pit road. Sounds like Forest Sparks night might be over. Apparently somebody, I'm going to have to go back and look at that. Apparently somebody came right off of pit road onto the track and took some people out. Dylan or...
Well, let's take a look here. I'm still backing it up here. I don't believe it was Dylan, because he is still on the lead lap. Let's watch Vega, see if it has anything to do with him. As we are watching replays right now, folks. And now we're watching Sam Cooper Bennett to see what's going on there. So we see Bennett coming out of the pits, Forrest on the low line. Oh, that's what he was pitching about. Sam Cooper Bennett clipped the track coming off pit road. He hit that bump on pit exit. And almost clobbered Forrest. Didn't quite get there. Quentin Young continuing to show the way. Looks like going down pit side now. Ronnie Osmer going with him. And it's going to hand the lead of the race over to Isaiah Dupree, who is side by side with David Llewellyn. Llewellyn getting the run on the high side. Good grief, David. Where did that burst of speed come from? Post the 11, look for nitrous oxide. Man, that was a run on the high side. David Llewellyn leading that lap, robbing Isaiah Dupree of leading one. As they are 22 laps into this stint, I don't know how much further they're going to really be able to go as David Llewellyn takes it pit side.
Isaiah's going down pit road.
David has his pit road speed limiter on already. That's got to piss off everybody behind him. Getting it woed down. David, Isaiah, Mike Whitaker coming down pit road. Looks like your working partner Jay Anderson coming down pit road. And that's going to hand the lead over to Kevin Paskowicz. Bonus point for the 7 as he takes it down pit road now, 23 laps in. Looks like Dylan Moskowitz going down pit road. Mark Mitchell coming down pit road. Johnny Antonucci coming with him. Jay Anderson finishing his pit stop, it looks like. Getting it back up to speed. Let's see who's up to speed. Quentin Young is up to speed, coming through the back straightaway now. Coming through turn 3. As the leader hits his pit stall, so it looks like Quentin Young's going to take over the lead again. And there it is. Pasquich coming out of the pits. Young just blasts by him. And here comes Tyler Graff for second, passing Kevin Pasquich. Got Ronnie Osmer in tow. Those two working together should be able to reel Young in, who is almost 2 seconds up the road from your battle for second that we're currently watching. So after that round of pit stops, everybody seems to be back up to speed. Quentin Young, Tyler Graff, Ronnie Osmer, Kevin Pasquich, Joe Morganti, Dylan Moskowitz, Mark Mitchell, Jake Gordon, David Llewellyn, and Isaiah Dupree, your top 10. As we are just past halfway, closing in quickly on 40 to go. Would like to remind everybody you are watching a presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com, your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you're in the Midwest or looking to relocate, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and let Bill know that the ISL sent you. Watching the battle for second right now, as it seems to be the closest battle on the track. Ronnie Osmer seeming to be a little content to run behind Tyler Graff, not looking to make too many waves, just trying to help him reel Quentin Young back in. Now they have already cut that lead by 3/4 of a second. They were 2 seconds; they are now 1.25. So they are reeling him in. The question is, once they get to him, can they get by him? Right now, it's a 2 mile an hour difference. They're going to need a little more than that to make it work.
Well, they were hitting 220 on my screen when I just checked, and Quentin's hitting 212 right now, 213, 214.
Right. If you take a look, it's roughly a 2 to 3 mile an hour difference.
Until they get up close enough, and then they'll be pushing him along a little bit.
Well, the thing is, if they use the draft right, when they get in his slipstream in another, should be another 0.3 of a second distance-wise, they're going to get the draft off of him, so that's going to increase their speed another mile an hour or two. Right. If they do it right, they should be able to just blow by him on the high side.
Yeah, with that big run and stay together, they probably will.
Right, and the thing is, Ronnie's got to push, and I don't know if Ronnie's got the experience or the comfort level to be able to do that yet in an Indy car. Because you know as well as I do, Gary, it takes a set of brass ones about the size of bowling balls to both push and be pushed in one of these cars.
Yellow flag is out.
Right. Oh,
and that changes everything. Joe Morganti, good grief. Let's
Nobody's calling out the accidents.
Well, then in the post-race, if they didn't call out the accident, guess what? It's a -3 and more. Wow. And then gets clobbered after the fact. Let's watch that again. You see Morganti leading that pack. Dylan Moskowitz right on his ass. Morganti catches the apron a little bit, gets a little bit sideways, and Moskowitz runs him over, and I have no idea who that was that just came barreling in there. So we're going to watch that again, and I'm going to see if I can pick out which car that is that just annihilates Joe as he's...
I didn't see who it was, but all of a sudden, you know, when you're drafting with somebody there, somebody's up in the air and you see them. At that point, you're just trying to hurry to get underneath them.
Well, it was Isaiah
before they come back down.
It was Isaiah Dupree, and he had nowhere to go. We've got it frozen right here on the screen in the replay. And watch this, folks. Thank God this is a simulator. Bang! Race car to the face for the 53. But, you know, watching that again, we're going to... No, I'm sorry, that wasn't Dylan Moskowitz. I apologize, Dylan. That wasn't you. That was the 04.
What's the commitment then? What's he talking about, Mark Mitchell?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. He's asking a question.
No, I'm sorry. It was the 4. It was Dylan. We're going to watch that again here. And it was, Joe hit the... Excuse me. Joe hit the apron. Really, Dylan had nowhere to go. Joe was sideways in front of him, and by the time Dylan realized it, he was already into Joe. So, just one of them deals.
Yep, and it's so hard to see what's going on in front of when you've got that nose right on that guy's
Right.
transmission. It all of a sudden you see a car in there and you don't know. It just happened so quick.
Right, and Joe, like I said, Joe hit the apron, just got the car completely sideways. You can really see it well in the TV2 view of what took place, Gary. If you want to go ahead and watch
I
that.
did that. He went
Yeah.
below the apron and he just started sliding sideways.
Yeah, and Dylan had nowhere to go. So cars taking it down pit road. Mark Mitchell keeping it out, basically screwing Bob Lacavara out of getting being able to lead a lap there.
Yes, Joe, that was on you. That caution. You got below the apron there and it just turned you sideways.
So a ton of cars having to take it down pit road here. And you can post the 42, sir. That was a fake pit.
Yeah, he pitted. Mark Mitchell wasn't aware of the rule. And they told him, and so he pitted on his own and gave up all the positions.
I'm still showing him in the lead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you can go ahead and post the 42 if you want.
See it?
So big shakeup in the running order right now as everybody from third place back went down pit road as we are 35 laps to go this time across the stripe. Mark Mitchell.
Number 42, you're going to have to drive down pit road. That fake pit there, we can't have that, buddy.
All right.
From now on, just make sure you call out your pit, and if you commit to pit road, you have to go.
All right. So pass through is the order of the day for the 42. Race control sending him down for a fake pit as the lights are out on the pace car.
Yeah, you just go now. While we're still under caution, just let everybody by you there.
Lights are out on the pace car. You might want to just EOL him now, sir. Tell him he doesn't have to go down pit road. Just move him to the tail of the field. Tell him to go down to the apron. Let everybody by him.
Go down to the apron. I'll give everybody a.
You need to end of line him. Actually, extend the yellow one lap, Gary.
Caution. How do I do that?
Right click, throw yellow. Before the pace car goes in.
I can't, Tony. I can't. I'm trying to right click and I don't know what's going on. Shit.
Hang on, we're not going green.
I got you, sir.
You got it? Thank you.
That'll give us a lap to get everybody collected back up.
I'm right clicking my mouse, but is there something else in his name maybe?
Oh, you got to right click on his helmet, or if you're in the entry list, right click there. Just right click and just throw yellow. But okay. We seem to be okay now. That's going to put Tyler Graff up on the front row. So everybody getting collected back up. Tyler Graff, Bob Lacavara, Quentin Young, Jake Gordon, Kevin Paskowitz, Ronnie Osmer, David Llewellyn, Dylan Moskowitz, Johnny Antonucci, and Mike Whitaker running out your top 10. Alex Green still having a good run. Mark Vega having a great run. Sam Cooper Bennett having a great run. all in the top 15. The caution's kind of shaking things up a little bit there.
No. Oh, God.
We're fine, Gary. We're fine.
Okay, I'm trying to send Mark a private message.
We're fine, sir.
Okay.
So Tyler Graff looks like he's going to be in control of the field, I believe. This is going to get fun. We are within 35 laps, and this is where our races usually get exciting in this league.
Here we go. Getting down now to one more stop, huh?
We are going to be able to do this in one more stop, I believe. 35 laps to go, so yeah, just cut that in half. We should be able to make it in one more stop. That's going to be the money stop. Bob Lacavara staying out after that on that last set of cautions. Bob 12 laps onto his stint, everybody else only at 3, so this is where it gets interesting.
Green, green, green.
And nobody missing a shift. Bob going with him, getting a great jump, able to stay there on the high side, not getting shuffled back yet. Tyler Graff getting a hellacious jump. So Chasers.
Is that Mr. Quinton behind him?
That is Quentin Young directly behind him. So battle's starting to really shape up with the two young gunners up front. Jake Gordon being another voice heard. Jake not able to make it in this series, but did qualify in the DW12, so we'll see him on Sunday night with a C next to his name. Sound
like Alex is in a little practice there.
I'm still trying to figure out who's going to be the designated person to change the C's between tonight and Sunday and then back. So that was Alex's idea. Alex, good luck on you. Tyler Graff continuing to show the way. Quentin Young working the high side right now as Tyler catches the apron, almost gets up into him. Quentin nerves of steel on the high side right now. It's got the teammates. Go ahead.
I see David lurking back there waiting to go out to the outside to help him out.
I see David lurking. I see Ronnie Osmer lurking. I see Kevin Paskowicz lurking. But the problem is you got the teammates lined up right now. You got Tyler and Jake on the low side. So this could get interesting. We all saw what happened at Dover when that team decides they want to work together. Good luck trying to get by them.
Right, Quentin got by Tyler last time he was leading, but I believe
did.
He had. There's his partner back with him now. Well, the guy that helped him before, Ronnie.
Oh yeah,
pushed him by the last time.
I got to say I'm really impressed with with Ronnie. It's coming up from the Pro Mazda League, and just real impressed with the composure that he shows behind the wheel, the patience he's been showing behind the wheel, and yet he's still fast. And
right, I was going to say very competitive, but clean competitive.
Absolutely. He's the type of driver that every league would want. And here comes Young again on the high side. Paskowicz looking like he wants to go with him. As Tyler Graff continues to show the way. Osmer flirting with the apron there, catching that bump coming out of 4.
So I see Alex out there on the outside and then second line back there.
And
trying to make a move to the front.
Gary, can you keep an eye on the 41 and let me know what you're seeing?
It almost looks like he's blocking.
Oh, who was that? That was Johnny Antonucci going for a ride across the grass. Yeah, it does look like he is. He's pushing up, going into the corners, trying to take a late entry. and just shoving Quentin Young up the hill as he's doing it. He did it again right there off the corner.
Yep.
That's something that we're definitely going to need to discuss in the post-race competition committee meeting.
Should I send him a private warning?
You can do it in game. You know, just a general warning, not directed directly at him, but just warn the guys to watch the blocking.
Mom's friend Donna stuff.
As Tyler Graff continues to show the way, they will be 25 to go this time across the stripe. Working lap 75 right now. And as much as Jake Gordon is trying to block Quentin Young, he better worry about Kevin Paskowicz getting under him. Because Paskowicz is still pissed off about what happened at Dover with the two cars from NRL. So, if
Jake, I'm giving you a warning here. It's looking like you're trying to block out there, so just be careful.
And if he argues with you, you know what to do, sir. As Whitaker trying to collect it back up, catching that bump coming off of turn 4. Tyler Graff starting to blink.
Ooh, what's going on?
The storm has hit Tyler. Tyler Graff is now blinking badly.
Everybody is.
No, it's just Tyler going completely apeshit. You guys have a storm coming through your area, sir. And you may want to warn the 77. He just disappeared for... Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he's in Minnesota. I'm in Minnesota.
Yeah, you guys have a major storm coming through your area. Yes. And ladies and gentlemen, I apologize if what I'm about to say offends anybody, but according to the weather maps and all of the forecasts, it's about to get biblical where you are, sir.
Are we under caution?
No, but
okay.
You need to warn the 77 about his blinking. Because he's up to 35 right now. And he disappeared.
Beware of your blinking up there, Tyler. It was pretty bad there, but mine was also blinking here in Minnesota from the storm, I think.
Young with another run on the high side, door to door, and there's contact.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
That's the second one for the 41.
You would be correct, sir. So you can do what you need to do there. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in Quentin Young's simulator room right now, to hear all the fun and exciting new words that are coming out of his mouth. So we're going to go to an instant replay of that.
Oh, yeah. He went clear up. Quentin's right tires are on the above the second line.
So we're going to watch that from a chase cam. Quentin Young, you see there in the second lane, gets chased up into the third, into the second, and there goes Gordon. Gordon just didn't turn.
Yep.
Just never turned the car and completely just... that was a complete NHL hip check. So...
You know, and I can't blame that. I mean, that I totally blame on Jake. But earlier, if Tyler was blinking to him, it's kind of hard to be steady when that guy's blinking in and out, and you're trying to...
I understand that, but Tyler hasn't blinked in 2 laps.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I don't mean the accident there.
Oh yeah, no. I'm completely with you, sir, as the cars come down pit road now. So it's going to be interesting to see. This should be the money stop, because we are...
20 to go.
20 to go. Working lap 80 right now. Everybody coming down pit road. And this is the money stop. Pack it full of fuel and go from there.
That's 2 on you, Jake. You have to park it.
Guess who just won the race off pit road?
You just went up and hit him. His right tires were above the seam on the second lane, and you went up a lane and a half and hit him. He wanted an explanation.
Fair enough.
Quentin Young won the race off of pit road?
He did, however, I think it was because he entered a closed pit because that car was more screwed up than Hogan's Ghost after that accident.
All
So
right.
Jake Gordon getting the Dairy Queen Award tonight. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, D and Q.
D and Q.
So that also stands for disqualification. So Dairy Queen for Jake Gordon tonight. Again, yes, Quentin Young did take it down a closed pit. You're going to have to go down pit road there. So that's going to hand the lead back over to Tyler Graff. Let's see if Mr. Gordon...
Bob's in second. My screen just went blank again.
That's going to give... Bob Lacavara is going to get the wave around. And Forrest Sparks getting the lucky dog there. Only one lap down now, so good that Forrest is at least back into a little bit of contention.
Holy shit. Fine.
And Tyler Graff blinking badly again. He just completely disappeared for another corner. So the question is, can we end this race before Tyler Graff loses all internet? Let's watch.
Yes, it should be interesting. I know my screen's blinking every now and then. There's a next little town right over us is getting tornado watches. So
yeah, you guys just get safe. That's all we're gonna ask here. And it's coming down right now. I don't feel
10-4, thank you.
I feel almost sorry for Kevin Paskowicz and the Team Phenomenal number 7, PH Aware and Mighty sponsored car there. A couple good charities. Mighty bringing light to teenage suicides. PH Aware, pulmonary hypertension awareness, as Tyler Graff is now gone from the screen. Oh, no, he's back. So not the best place to try to restart, and KP is going to need the restart of his life. Going to have David Llewellyn directly behind him, who is another chase contender. As there goes Bob around the pace car to get the wave around. So, and it looks like Johnny Antonucci taking the wave around as well. So
yeah, 10-4, Tyler. It's a chase, the first race of the chase, and normally with blinking, but I understand the situation. I'm here in Minnesota, and we're getting tornado watches here as well. So we're going to try to give you the benefit of the doubt and just go out and run straight and try to run a good race.
however, if something does happen, he's been warned that he is blinking, and if there is an incident, it's probably going to be on the 77 should the event occur.
Well, if he's blinking really bad and it's really close up there, we're going to have to move him out, Tony.
Unfortunately, yes. And I hate to say this, but yeah, unfortunately, because Tyler's had a great run all night. I believe he just clinched most laps led. So Graff, Paskowicz, Osmer, Llewellyn, Moskowitz, Whitaker, Green, Anderson, Dupree, and Mitchell, your top 10 as we get ready to go back to green flag action. Pace car getting ready to duck on off. Paskowicz needs the restart of his life on the high side right now.
13 to go. Hopefully his internet connection will hang on for him.
And we are back to green flag action. Paskowicz
green.
going with him. Moskowitz going with him, blocking out Paskowicz. Paskowicz with Llewellyn on his backside, getting hung out to dry. David Llewellyn diving down low. Paskowicz trying to give room, being the nice guy that he is. Oh, this is going to get interesting. The question is, what's going to happen with Osmer? Because Ronnie
Yeah, he's been in
Osmer,
the thick of it all night long.
he has, and he's looking for his first win, but I know he doesn't want to try to turn a chaser to do it. And it's starting to get dicey up there with Paskowicz now shuffled back to 5th. No hole as Mike Whitaker goes to the inside as well.
Is that Jay or Mike that just took over 4th?
Neither. That is Dylan Moskowitz.
Oh, okay.
Mike is in 6th, and Jay is not even in the top 10.
Okay.
Jay's got the purple car this week, remember? Running Snap-on colors.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I'm running rear chase in front of Tyler so I can watch his blinking and make sure he's not impeding anybody else's race.
Fair enough, sir. Again, Gary, thank you for being race control tonight. Gary Bauer and Tony Trapasso up in the booth with you. Race number 1 of the Season 2 Chase IR05's RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League from Michigan. We are 15 to go, be 14 to go this time across the stripe. Tyler Graff continuing to show the way. Ronnie Osmer, the rookie, right on his transmission tunnel, not given any room. I don't think you could walk between those two cars with how much room there is between them. And David Llewellyn right in the hunt as well, waiting for something to happen, trying to make something happen. David Llewellyn, the master of going faster, trying to figure out a way to get around Osmer so he can get a crack at Graff, as it looked like Mark Mitchell going down onto the apron to get around Mike Whitaker.
Yes.
So
Did he go down for the pass?
I'm about to look, sir. Let's take a look here.
David's going to be up there dueling for the win here at the end of this.
Here they are. This is the replay of the previous lap. They're coming through. And, yeah, he got pinched down there and didn't lift.
Somebody else just got set down to the apron.
Made the pass going into 1, though. He was back up on the track. He did get pinched down there, didn't make the pass right away. Looked like he may have lifted to let Whitaker back by him, but it is what it is right now. As we are quickly approaching 10 to go, Tyler Graff continuing to show the way. Ronnie Osmer sits in 2nd. Osmer just biding his time right now. Does he have anything for the 77 at Graff? And the question is, can he keep Llewellyn behind him to make sure that if he does have something, he can use it?
Well, I was just going to say, he better get out there with at least 4 or 5 to go on the outside. If he doesn't, David will get out there in front of him.
Well, we're about to find out, as we will be 10 to go this time across the stripe. Graff continues to show the way. I believe he's clinched the most laps led tonight. Osmer, Llewellyn, Moskowitz, Paskowicz, Green, Dupree, Anderson, Cooper, Bennett, and Vega rounding out your top 10. So in the top 10, we have 4 non-chasers.
Wow. That'll put a wrench into things for next week.
It's going to get interesting, especially with Cody, defending series champion Cody Eldred, unable to make the start tonight. Went on vacation, decided to, take the...
I think Cody will be all right next week. He's been Mr. Consistent. That's how he won his championship. And I think he'll come out here next week very steady and very patient and just try to make up for the raciness tonight.
Well, with as many points as he's going to be down, considering that there are so many chasers in the top 10 right now, Cody's basically going to have to win to get in. So it's going to be interesting next week, and I have no idea where we are, Derek.
I don't either. Texas, maybe, or Vegas?
I think it's Vegas. Don't quote me on that. We will check after the race, as we will talk to league owner Alex Green after this one.
There goes Ronnie up to the top lane.
And we are 7 to go right now as they cross the stripe. Llewellyn hangs him out to dry on the inside. Watch for Osmer to just get shuffled back. Llewellyn with a run. And Graf left a little bit of an opening on turn entry. If Llewellyn sees that again, he's probably going to pounce on it, and watch out for all hell to break loose if he does.
I think you'll see David jump to the outside here.
Hard to say. David loves that low line, and
they're 3 wide behind the third row behind the leader.
They are Isaiah Dupree, Ronnie Osmer, and Dylan Moskowitz. We get it back in line there, as we are going to be 5 to go this time across the stripe. Still watching this battle for the lead.
If I was David, I'd try to jump up there in front of Ronnie, because he's the one that pushed Quentin by on the outside earlier, and he might be able to do it again for David right at the wire.
Well, the problem is Ronnie's way too far back now. If he was going to do it, he should have done it 2 laps ago.
Right.
So David's going to have KP go with him. But the problem with that is it's going to leave Isaiah Dupree on the low line to help his teammate, and that's going to be difficult.
Watch how quick Ronnie can come by these cars on the outside here. I mean, won a lap, but he has enough laps.
Well, the thing was, I don't know if you saw that going into 3, but there was almost a calamity as Tyler left the door open a little bit and David poked his nose in there. And he's doing it again. He's leaving that opening just enough to tempt. Coming off the corner, he's got to pinch it down to right to that white line. Because if he leaves any opening, David Llewellyn will jump all over it. So Graf, Llewellyn, Paskowicz, Dupree, all 4 of your top 4 chase contenders. We are 3 to go right now. Llewellyn looking on that low side. Paskowicz trying to hold off Dupree right now. It's starting to get a little bit chippy up towards the front. It's Moskowitz, Green, and Osmer just fighting tooth and nail for that number 6 slot.
Coming up to 2 to go.
We are 2 to go.
Well, David's smart. He'll jump out there in front of Kevin. Because at this point, second.
And that's the race.
Yellow flag is out.
Ronnie Osmer upside down and backwards. Let's take a look at what happened there. As they go into 1, Osmer on the high side. You see Green on the low side. The hell? The hell was that?
Number 4 kind of went up and then came down, and Alex ran over him.
I don't think that was number 4.
Alex has somebody outside of him and right on.
Well, that was the number 4 in front of him. The thing is, if you watch the replay from Ronnie's car,
They didn't touch, did they?
There was no contact. Hell, I could have driven your motorhome between those 2 cars.
Yeah, I'm going to have Mike, with 2 to go, I'm going to have race control call that. The
competition committee.
Because I didn't see any contact, and Dylan went around there. So.
All right. So that is the race, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Graff winning the first round. Gary, I'm going to bring you up into the broadcast booth, so if you got any questions to ask Tyler, you can do so with me, sir.
All right.
So let me make sure I got the volume set right, so when we do the...
Good win, Tyler. Good run, guys.
When we do the post-race interviews, everybody can hear who's talking about what. So there we go there. We are going to bring Tyler down into the booth.
User was moved to your channel.
Tyler, Tony up in the booth, you got me.
I do, sir.
First round of the chase in the books. And you are now on to the second round, sir.
I honestly don't know what to say. I was having some internet issues because of some storms moving in, and I didn't expect to really have a chance. But I was able to get everything fixed for the last 20 laps there, and the internet guy comes in the morning.
Yeah, you were able to just barely hang on. Now let's take a look at the quick rundown here. Most laps led clinched by you. So congratulations on that one. You got the win. You're moved on to the second round. So next week's basically a screw-off week for you.
Yeah, I can relax. That's for sure.
Always good to be able to relax. So congratulations on that one, Tyler. In the drive to end brain cancer livery tonight. Good on you for running that. A lot of charitable organizations represented by the ISL here, as your teammates are going completely ape around you.
Yeah, I don't know what's really going on with them. But yeah, it's great. I first win with Drive to End Brain Cancer in this, and it's just overwhelming. I've never actually ran in a league in iRacing and committed to it and put the time in, and it's fun and it's exciting to see the effort pay off in even the most minuscule way. So I'm ecstatic right now.
All right. So first chase race, first winner. Congratulations, Tyler. Gary, you got anything for him?
Yeah, I do. Congratulations, Tyler. It was a very impressive run. I just want to say I wasn't trying to show any.
an incident at the moment based on iRacing chat.
Or are we on iRacing chat?
No, we're on TeamSpeak, sir.
Okay, can you hear me in here?
In game, he was talking.
Oh, I was? I muted it. That's weird. But anyway, I just wanted to say I wasn't trying to show any favoritism there, Tyler. I was just trying to set you at ease, knowing that you were under a lot of pressure with your conditions, the conditions of your internet, and coming down to the end of the race.
I'm going to hop back up. Thank you for all you guys do up in the booth.
You can't hear me?
Apparently he can't hear you in TeamSpeak, Gary.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
Oh, that's right, because I'm in Skype.
Just tell him I thank him for race controlling.
Well, he said thank you for race control, Gary. As Tyler Graff gets turned by Alex Green, Team NLR. So Tyler, congratulations again. We'll let you get back up to the post-race meeting. Let me see if
User was moved out of your channel.
Let me see if I don't see David anywhere.
Tony, my TeamSpeak isn't responding for some reason.
You got to click it and just hot mic it. Mine does that quite a bit, which is one of the reasons why we now do the broadcast in Skype. So just go ahead and go to Tools, Options, Capture, and just hot mic.
Alex was just all over his ass. I mean,
sorry about that, David. Tony up in the booth.
Touched the apron early in the turn, but
David.
Hey,
Tony up in the booth, bud. I know you were hoping for a win, but great points night for you moving into the chase. Second place isn't that bad in this situation.
No, I was hoping for a win. I was hoping it was going to go green. I was going to try to make a move on the last lap, but, that's racing, so I'm happy. I was actually just hoping to get a podium finish or at least a top 5 on this round, so I'm really, really happy.
Absolutely, a lot of good points. You got the bonus point for leading the lap there early.
Got the pole too.
Got the pole, but no bonus point for that. But you do get a bonus point for leading the A lap. So congratulations on that one. You also get a bonus point for a 0 incident race, sir. So kudos to you, especially with the type of battling that we saw going on all throughout the pack. You were able to keep it clean. Congratulations, David.
I appreciate it. It's been a few races since I've been able to have a good clean race. I was really concentrating hard. I stayed high a lot of the race because a lot of them were getting on the apron, and it was awful scary up front. So I'm happy with number 2.
Well, it beats the alternative. So
look forward to the next round. Appreciate Robert's Tech Job for sponsoring us. It's been a really fun season.
Absolutely, sir. So Gary and I will see you in a little bit in the post-race committee meeting. Again, congratulations, David, and we will see you next time.
Good run, David.
Appreciate it, Gary.
Yeah, I had to go get, we're at Betty Lou's house. She's 88 years old. And I had to go get her off the dirt bike. She keeps trying to jump over the neighbor's hedges on it.
Oh, good grief. Hi, Betty Lou.
She's yelling, don't believe it.
All right, so joining us in the booth now, the gentleman who rounded out our podium tonight, Team Phenomenal owner and PH-aware advocate, Kevin Pasquish. Kevin, awesome run tonight, sir.
Thank you, man. And I'm a co-owner. We all have equal stake in this. But,
okay, co-owner of Team Phenomenal. But I would like to congratulate you, especially with the problems you had early. A little Mr. Toad's action early on in that first caution.
Yeah, so I wasn't prepared for the car. It got loose. I don't even think I touched the apron. The rear end just stepped out, and I tried to chase it, and I think somebody got my rear end and spun me around and caused a wreck from there. But
you had half a tire on the apron, and when you went to go collect it, Jake Gordon was already on your transmission tunnel before you could even blink. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. But yeah, so we ran hard and worked our way back up to the front, and would have liked a better restart there, that last caution, but didn't quite get it. But oh well, really happy. I think all three of us finished in the top 10 tonight, so really happy about that. And set ourselves up good for next week, and hopefully to get into round 2.
Absolutely. Great points tonight for you. You did have a bonus point for a couple laps led, so good on you there. Started third, finished third. Can't ask for much more than that. You rounded it out. You came back from, I believe you were 2 laps down at one point.
No, I never lost a lap, actually. We were able to crab walk it back into the pits and get the damage repaired.
That's right. You had the EOL for entering the closed pit. I apologize for saying that. But absolutely great run, Kevin. Team PH Aware and Mighty sponsored number 7. You guys should be proud tonight.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you for everything you do, Tony, and of course Alex and the competition committee, Bill Roberts. He's absolutely awesome for sponsoring us and doing what he does. So Roberts Tech Jobs in there, and we're going to be back next week with the PH Aware and Mighty Delara. Thanks, man.
Absolutely, and we'll see you Sunday in the DW12s.
Yes, got to back up this finish with one in the 12s.
So, KP, so you're just saying race controls chop liver or what here?
No, you guys did a great job tonight, actually. You called him fair. I wasn't gonna argue about causing that caution, and I knew it. So, you guys did a great job, and we thank you for stepping in, Gary. We really appreciate it.
Well, you guys are all welcome, and a great run tonight, Kevin. That was an awesome comeback from what happened to you early in the race. Good job.
All right, thank you guys very much.
All right, so third place finisher Kevin Pasquish going back up into the post-race drivers meeting. And joining us now in the booth, let's see here. Joining us now in the booth, the Hard Charger Award winner and league owner, the number 30 Husky-sponsored ride, Mr. Alex Green. Alex, you got me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hard Charger Award, ran up front most of the night. great run from you. Gary and I were both commending you for being able to have such a great run. You stayed in the top 10 for the vast majority of the night. How do you feel, Alex?
I feel pretty good. It was a really fun race. I wish I had a little bit more to race for, but you know, fate didn't have my hand in the IR05s. But I really liked running Michigan and ran it like I was going to be in it anyway.
All right, so Gary and I are both drawing a blank on where we are next week.
Homestead. No, wait.
Oh.
I'm sorry. No, it's Talladega.
That's right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I love Talladega. I'm pretty excited about it. Let me see. Let me double check because I actually had the schedule pulled up here. No, I'm sorry. It is Homestead. It is Homestead next week.
Well, that ought to be a very competitive race for the second round of the chase.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
Second race of the first round.
Yeah, Homestead's going to be a very fun race. The first time we were there, it was awesome racing door to door throughout the entire pack, wheel to wheel. I'm so used to driving tin tops now. But, Alex, again, congratulations on the Hard Charger Award. We will see you Sunday in the DW12s, which I might point out you did qualify for the chase in.
Oh, if I had so much fun in the IR05s. If I can have a race half as good as those DW12s, I'm gonna be excited.
Well, you should be excited because you had a great race here tonight, and if this is any indication as to what's going to happen in the DW12s, we're going to be looking at you to run up front most of the night on Sunday as well. But congratulations, Alex. Gary, thanks for helping out with race control tonight. You have been watching the presentation of the RobertsTechJobs.com Indy Speedway League. RobertsTechJobs.com is the proud sponsor of the IndyCar Speedway League. It is also your Midwest leader in temp to hire and contract positions in the IT field for IT professionals. So if you are an IT professional in the Midwest, or you're looking to relocate to the Midwest, go to RobertsTechJobs.com and let Bill know that the ISL sent you. Next round of the IR05s is going to be at Homestead. We will see you Thursday at roughly 8:50 p.m. for the Icebreaker Pro Mazda Series Season 2 kickoff at Phoenix International Speedway. And then we'll be back here at Michigan Sunday for the DW12 Round 1 of the Chase race. For Alex Green, for Gary Bauer, I'm Tony Trapasso saying we'll see you next time.
Good night.